Hi, Libra. Sorry, my hair. It's like, of course, it starts to drive me crazy the second I turn the camera on. So welcome to your mid-April reading. For those of you that are just now joining the channel, welcome. I had I had oral surgery a few weeks ago. I'm feeling better. I'm doing better. Thank you for all the love and the messages and stuff. But here we are, mid-April, and basically the sun just flew right through our relation. I say our, I'm a Libra rising. So I resonate with you guys quite a bit. But it flew right through our relationship sector so quickly. It was like a blink of an eye. And I feel like there was this kind of collective Libran applause because it was like, even though Libras are ruled by Venus and we rule the seventh house, like, right, it is the relationships, right? Libras are the rulers, or the seventh house rules Libra. Seventh house is relationships. Now wasn't the time. Like, we didn't want to be really bothered with it, and it was something that like I sort of feel like we needed that reprieve, right? We needed to have a little bit of relaxation when it comes to worrying about our relationships and stuff. And so let's see what the second half of April looks like for us. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're staying safe. Oh, look at that. Focusing on yourself. I love it. So here we are with the Justice card, which would be you guys popping out. I love this deck. I'm using the Modern Spellcasters Tarot. It's my favorite deck. I've probably owned like 4 of them, 4 decks of this. She has the Wheel of Fortune in this Justice card. She has the Wheel of Fortune over her head. And so the thing with Libras is when we are so focused on other people quite often in our lives, when we start to focus on ourselves and we start to focus on what it is that we need to do to accomplish things in life, things seem to go a little bit smoother. Things seem to flow easier, right? You could be dealing with a water sign right now. We have the King of Cups out here, or somebody who is who has heavy water in their chart, or could be a Virgo. Whoever it is. So I have the King of Cups and I have the Hermit. And then I have Judgment down here, which is really interesting. This could be that you are just extra emotional in the second half of April. And it might be because Aries season went by so fast that I feel like now that we're in Taurus season, I'm doing this on the 19th and the sun just moved into Taurus. I feel like the emotional capacity of a Libra right now is really based on how much you're focusing on yourself. Because I feel like that's needed. I feel like you are at a point, doesn't matter if there's a stay-at-home order or not. You're at a point where really big things are happening. And these are all major arcanas except for the King of Cups. And when we have this many road signs in life sitting in front of us, this is a really big time. I feel like some of you are questioning or trying to figure out, like, what do I need to do with my life? Where do I need to go? I feel like there's a purpose that's needed. You guys need to really be focused on a purpose right now. We have Judgment. We have the Emperor. And we have the Star. Now, you could be dealing with a Virgo. You could be dealing with an Aries. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. But I feel like this Emperor card, I feel like the reason why the Emperor card is here is because during Aries season is when you figured out, oh, damn, I really need to, like, something has to change. Something has to shift. And it's not a negative thing. It might be because of a negative thing, but the shift that you're going through isn't negative. The shift that you're going through is bringing you healing, right? With the Star. You taking control of you taking control of what you need to do for your life, that is bringing you balance and it's bringing healing. And the star is about your wishes coming true, right? But it's also about being balanced and healing in the process while your wishes are coming true. And the Judgment card is saying you're being supported. I love this Judgment card because you can see the universe with like a little baby droplet right there, baby dropper. You can see being taken care of, right? So let's clarify this stuff. This is very interesting. Like, I mean, we're only 5 minutes into the reading and there's quite a story going on here. So let's see what this Justice card is. I love that your energy came out in your reading so profoundly, because it's not often that a Libra will take a stand and allow themselves to pause in order to find that happiness. A lot of times it's just go, 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 go. I mean, I've recognized so much in my life that I focus on other people more. And I mean, a lot of that is the Virgo sun also. But I find that when I am focusing on my own happiness first and foremost, everything flows so much easier. And so you needed to, it's time for you in the second half of April for you to pause with that Hanged Man and the 10 of Cups. In the, apparently, I guess, I don't know, in the forecast readings, the January through June forecast readings, there were several signs where I predicted a forced pause during this time of year, March, April, and May. And I think that you're taking advantage of that right now. I think that allowing yourself to say, my happiness is everything to my peace, and happiness is everything to me right now. Now, I know that a lot of us have families and we're quarantined with them, and it's very hard to get some time away. It's very hard to find that peace. It's very hard to find that quiet and silence. If you have to put up a boundary and say, listen, you guys, I get from this time to this time on a daily basis, just to myself, no arguments, no, whatever it is that you have to do to create your own peace and silence, I feel like that's what you're doing. And maybe it's with a water sign. Let's see what this King of Cups is. Very interested. If you're dealing with a water sign, you're getting mixed signals from them with the 7 of Cups. Also, I feel like all of the options that you currently have in your life right now are really emotional ones. If this water sign is representing you, and this may be why you have to force yourself to be paused right now, is there's so much coming at you and it's all creating emotions after emotions after emotions after emotions after emotions, right? It's creating all of that. And when we're at a standstill like this, it can get overly emotional. That's why I want you to be able to take some time for yourself with the Hermit here, because you being able to, 9 of Cups with the Hermit, are you realizing that some of the things that you might have let go of in the past were actually things that you wanted? Are you being reminded during this time, like, is the silence too much for you? Is the quiet too much for you? Because I know, like, I mean, I'm not an incredibly social person, but I know that Libras by nature really like to be social with other people. And if you're not able to do that because there's this quarantine going on, you can find some solace within that silence. You can find some peace and some solace within that silence. One of the things I do in the memberships with the members in the memberships is do weekly meditations, or I do, 'cause, 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 ' rituals for the new moons and full moon. So if you, that's an offer for you to do a meditation with us, become a member and do a meditation with us, or a ritual with us. But I feel like that is a little, like, it's almost as if you're finding the answers within the silence. But if you can't figure out a way to quiet your mind right now, like allowing yourself to do something that is going to help you figure out what it is that you want to manifest in life. Because I think that's part of it. It's like, you know that something has to change. You know that there are big changes that are happening to you right now, but you're not entirely sure what it is. The silence, right? Allowing yourself to get quiet with your own thoughts is going to be probably the best way to create, to be quite honest. Oh yeah. Some of you want to start your own business. I was feeling that with the Emperor and the Star, but now that I have this, or some of you want to expand with your business as well. And some of you need to know that where you are right now, you are already creating that 10 of Pentacles lifestyle, and the universe is supporting you with whatever it is that you're doing. We have the 10 of Cups and we have the 10 of Pentacles in your reading. That means that your 10s are the end completions, right? So that means that you're coming to the end of a cycle with certain restrictions that you've had. And I'm not surprised by this, because Saturn being in Capricorn, that was squaring off with all of your Libra energy for a while. So the restrictions that, like, I know that restrictions for me within my 4th house are really let up now. But also as a Libra rising, we're now in the 5th house. And now we're finding restrictions on our passion projects, our creativity, the drive, right? The passion and drive. And so we have to be able to shift and flow. And so if you're feeling that restriction with all of the passion that's inside of you right now, allowing yourself to see that where you currently are is safe and it's secure and you're being supported by the universe. And if that helps you to flow a little bit more, to find where that passion is, to find where that spark is, to find where that fire is, let it happen, right? Allow yourself with Taurus season, because that's really what we're talking about, is the first part of Taurus season. And this Empress moving from Aries season, the Emperor to the Empress. Now, this could also be you and somebody else. A lot of times the Emperor and the Empress, especially when they come out together like this, that means that's an indication of twin flame relationships. But this doesn't feel like a relationship reading. So, but if it feels like the support that you have is with somebody that's like backing you and standing up with you and allowing you to be creative like this could very well be a partnership that's happening right here, right? But the Empress is about creation. The Empress is about planting the seed. So for some of you, you're literally planting seeds to do your own thing, to be your own boss with that Emperor and the Empress there. And you're in a place right now where you're able to do it. It feels very stable. It feels very grounded. It feels very happy. I think what's happening though is, because it feels stable and because we're paused and we're stagnant in energy, I think that kind of freaks us out a little bit and we start questioning everything that's happening. You are primed to grow your manifestations. You're primed to grow a business. You are primed. The energy right now is priming you for safety and security. And within that, like when we allow ourselves to see what Saturn in Aquarius is actually benefiting, like you can't keep doing things the same way, Libra. And that's what Saturn in Aquarius is going to teach us. We can't keep doing things in the structured way. I mean, Saturn in Capricorn, that's structure on top of structure, right? That's not going to happen anymore. Things are definitely changing. See, I told you there was a relationship involved here. So the 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And I think that's what you're scared of. It's like, if I lose sight, if I start to focus on another person again and I lose sight of what it is that I need in my life and I need in order to thrive and to grow and to do the things that I need to do, right? Is that going to throw me off course? 9 of Swords with the Page of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. And the Seven of Swords. But we have the Lovers on top of Aquarius, on top of the Star. So it's so funny. It's so funny when, like, it's such a good reading, Libra. It's such a good reading. But I knew this questioning was going to happen. I knew that you were going to overthink it. I knew that you were going to say, is this too good to be true? It's always too good to be true. Can this be true? Can this be true? Sure. Sure, it can be true. As long as you, I'm sorry, my hair is just, I'm going to have to fix it after this. As long as you believe it. As long as you allow yourself to believe that, yes, this is true. This is actually going to happen for you. And that means the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles becomes a reality because you trusted it and you had faith and you followed the journey. That doesn't mean that the universe is just going to hand it to you because a tarot reading said so. You have to do the work too, right? But that's what the energy is for. That's the momentum. That's pushing us forward. Lying to yourself, feeling, like you've been cheated, right? That's going to keep you alone. The Seven of Swords, the Page of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. You can easily talk yourself out of all of this if you'd like. Or you can allow the universe to say, hey, look what I have for you. I placed you on pause on purpose so that you can, A, notice what it is that you deserve to have, the kind of love and affection that you actually deserve to have, or the kind of stability and love that you deserve to have. So I've placed you on pause on purpose to allow that. But you can easily talk yourself out of it by saying 8 of Swords, 3 of Swords, it never works for me. I'm always going to get hurt. You can allow yourself to believe that. I used to tell myself all the time that all men leave. That was my motto for a very, very long time. And then I realized that it wasn't that all men, maybe all men that came into my life did leave, but that was because they weren't supposed to be in my life. That was because they came into my life to trigger me and to help me grow. And once I accepted that, instead of being angry, once I accepted the fact that, there are just certain people that I'm not supposed to have in my life, and I stopped expecting things to happen, that's when everything started happening. So you have to allow, yes, you're going to second guess it when it's always been bad, but that's the thing. It just takes one person to change your mind. It takes one person. And of course, all the other people that come before that one person, of course, they're not going to be there for you. Of course, they're not going to be good for you, but allowing yourself to believe that it's possible, that's the trick. And that's why you're being paused right now with the Hanged Man. All right, you guys. So I'm not doing personal readings right now, but if you need a little bit of extra support during this time, I'm doing all of the love readings are in the memberships now, all of the daily readings. So you get daily posts from me. I just started a Discord account for the members. So come connect with me. I'm not doing, and every once in a while, I'll do like one question readings for the members, for the mid-tier and the top tier members. So that happens like once or twice a month, depending on the time frame that I have. Since I'm not doing personal readings right now, that's the best way. That's the only way you can get a personal reading. So, if you need a little extra support, no pressure. You don't have to become a member. It's just a little something that I wanted to add just in case people need to connect during this time. So I love you guys. You can also find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. And I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you guys are loving on yourselves as much as you can. Take good care. I'll see you soon.